Welcome to the This Mum Loves Tech podcast, the go-to show for female business owners who want to simplify tech and get the support they need to grow their online businesses with confidence. I'm Nicola Walsh, your podcast host. I'm also a mum to two cheeky boys and I love tech, so you don't have to. I'm here to share actionable tips, tools and strategies that will help you streamline your business and make the tech work for you. So whether you're watching after the kids have gone to bed or listening while on the school run, let's dive into today's episode and make tech that little bit easier. Hello and welcome to another edition of This Mum Loves Tech. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 of my favourite tech tools that will not only help grow your business but also save you time and reduce stress so you can focus on what you love the most. Let's face it, as online business owners, we can't escape the tech, whether it's communicating with clients, creating content or managing the day-to-day operations of our business. Tech is something we are going to be using every single day. But with so many options out there, it can feel really overwhelming to figure out what tools are actually worth your time. So today I want to share with you 3 of my favourite tools that I use pretty much every single day within my business. These tools are simple to use, affordable and designed to save you time while helping you grow my business. So they are, drumroll please, Google Workspace, which I use for my professional emails and communicating with my clients. Canva for creating stunning on-brand visuals and all my social media posts, email marketing, blog material, and MailerLite for my email marketing and building connections with my audience. Now, I have got a whole episode on Google Workspace, so I'm not going to dive into it too much, but I just wanted to do a little overview about why it's one of my favorite tools. So Google Workspace, it's a cloud-based tool from Google and it includes things like Gmail for your emails, Google Calendar, which I could not live without, Google Drive for storing all your documents, docs, sheets, slides and forms to organise all your content, and Google Meet to host your virtual meetings. And the reason I use it is because you can seamlessly integrate between all those different apps. And because it's cloud-based, it means you can access it from anywhere. So I can be on any device, and as long as I'm logged into that Google account, I can access all of my files for my business. So for whatever reason, I maybe lost my phone, maybe one of the boys has hidden it, I could then get onto the laptop or the computer, or if maybe I'm around someone else's house, I could borrow their laptop even and log into my account and see all of my content. Now, it is important to emphasize, please make sure you do have 2-factor authentication turned on because you can log into it from anywhere. You want to make sure that you also log out once you finish using it if you're on a device that you wouldn't normally use. That's just a little extra security tip for you. There's the free version of Google Workspace and the paid version. So the free version is the one that ends in @gmail.com and the paid version is the one where you connect it to your domain name. So your email address then ends in @yourbusinessname.com. So with the free version, you'll still get access to all of the tools. It's just that email address that's different. And obviously now you do need to have a professional email address to be able to do things like email marketing and use MailerLite, which I'm going to be talking about in a little bit. The paid version of Google Workspace is not expensive at all. I think it's now like $5.90 if you sign up for a whole year. So you still pay monthly, but you're kind of locked into a year, or it's £7 if you pay on a rolling monthly basis and you can cancel anytime. But honestly, once you set your email up once, you're probably not going to want to move it. So you might as well save yourself a few pennies and lock yourself in for that year. And yeah, the apps within Google Workspace, they are the same regardless of what account you're in. Literally the only difference is that email address. So if you do want to find out more about Google Workspace and lots more tips about it, then please go to episode 3 and I did a whole episode of Google Workspace and I will link that into the show notes of this episode. Right, so tech tool number 2 that is my favourite has got to be Canva. For those of you that are not familiar with Canva, which is probably not a lot of people, but I'll tell you anyway, it is an online graphics tool that allows you to create stunning visuals for your business without any design experience. I would say this is probably the most used tool in my online toolbox, and I use it every day for both business and personal projects. My background is in graphic design, so I just wanted to get that out there. So I am familiar with the Adobe products, like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. But actually, since I discovered Canva, apart from maybe designing a professional logo or doing a detailed cutout or editing my podcast, because I'm now using Premiere Pro for that, I pretty much use Canva for everything else. So even like I do a lot of photo gifts for family, so like photo books, maybe photo prints. I've done a couple recently where it's the numbers made up of loads of little pictures for like milestone birthdays, like my husband's 40th and my mum's 70th and a friend's 70th. I did all that in Canva. All my marketing material I'm about to exhibit at the Your Business Showcase, which is happening on Thursday, the 13th of March. And all of my promotional material, so my roller banner, my leaflets, I'm getting little postcards made, a little pop-up stand, stickers for things. All of that I have designed in Canva just because it's so user friendly to use. So I do all my designing on the desktop version of Canva because I find it's a lot easier to use. I'm much more familiar with working with a mouse rather than I find trying to move things with my finger does not always as accurate as what I want it to be. So what I'll do is I do all my designing on the desktop, and then what I love is that the Canva app you can connect to the same account. And so then what I do is I download things for like my social media posts. I'll then download those files from Canva directly to my phone, so I don't have to worry about downloading them onto my computer then sending them across to my phone. With the app it just makes that really an easy connection. And then the reverse of that, if I've got photos on my phone, which most of my pretty much all my photos now are on my phone, and I want to use that on something in Canva, I can upload it from my phone into the Canva app. And then if I just refresh the page on my desktop, those photos appear. So it just again just speeds up the time of getting the different files where you need them to be without having to do like WeTransfers or putting them on a Google Drive and downloading them from there and all that kind of thing. So that is one of my top tips when it comes to Canva. If you're not using Canva already, there is, like I said, so many different things that you can do. You can create social media graphics. There are hundreds of templates for all different platforms ready for you to customize and post. You can do your marketing material, design brochures, flyers, posters, business cards, everything that you can need to promote your business. You can do presentations, create slides, and even record them for your clients. So if you're wanting to do something like a masterclass, all of my free monthly masterclasses that I do as part of the This Mum Loves Tech community, those slides are created in Canva. And then I just put it in present mode. You can even put notes on the side of the presentation that only then you can see. So they give you extra like things to talk about than what's on the slide, which is really cool as well. You can do website, blog, and email marketing graphics. So you can create custom headers and banners and infographics for all different areas of your business. And one of my favorite new integrations, obviously I haven't got to MailerLite yet, but is Canva and MailerLite have now integrated, which is a game changer. So yeah, two of my favorite tech tools have come in partnership, and now you can send your Canva files directly to MailerLite. So again, no more downloading and uploading, no more wasting time on some of those that little like time consuming little things. You can now literally, instead of downloading the file, you just send it directly to MailerLite, refresh your MailerLite, and there it is in your media library. So that is super, super cool. And what's great about Canva is if you're not a fan of design, there are so many templates, and I know the templates can get overwhelming. So another little tip is when you're trying to search for through the templates. So if there's something specifically that you're looking for, so if you're looking for a quote template, put quote templates. Or if you're looking for a checklist, look for checklist templates, rather than just saying like social media post templates or something, because you will just get flooded with so many. And even go as far as like your industry that you're in, because there'll be specific styles now because there is so many templates on there for like different industries, and then you can see if any of them kind of match what you're looking for. But what I would always recommend is if you do use one of the templates, is you do adapt them to your brand fonts and colors, and use maybe some of your own brand photography if you've got it, or any of your own photos that you've just taken on your phone, like selfies and things like that, just to make it look personalized to you. And it's amazing how quickly just changing a few of those elements can take something that you may have recognized and seen on social media before into something that looks completely different. Like it really doesn't take much to change a template into something that looks completely branded and unique for your business. Now, I wanted to talk quickly about the difference between the free and the pro version of Canva. The great thing is you can get started with Canva completely for free, and you have the ability to create all of that marketing material I mentioned. Your social media posts, your leaflets, your website images, all of that kind of stuff on the free plan. But of course, there are limitations to the features and templates that are available on the free plan. Canva Pro costs about £100 for the year, and you can pay monthly, but it does cost a little bit more. And with Pro, you get access to everything in Canva. It's literally the free version where you can do stuff and it's limited, and then you'll see these little like crown symbols, and that's the pro stuff. And literally you just buy pro and you get access to everything. There's no like mid-tier of you might get access to some stuff. It's like free or everything. And that then opens you up to the hundreds of templates. It allows you to use all the fonts and the images that are in their library. And I do genuinely think that Canva Pro is worth the investment. You can get a free trial for 14 days to try it out and see what you think. And there's like loads of different things you can do with the Pro. So you can like download your files with transparent backgrounds, which is ideal if you're doing like cutouts of you to put like say on your website, or for logos, because then you can put that logo onto any other kind of background or place online, and it won't have any like white behind it. It'll just be the logo, and you can only do that when you're on a pro version. There's things like brand templates. Brand templates for me honestly have been a lifesaver, because you can set certain documents to be the template. So that's where I have all my different social media templates on, and then when I come each month to create my post, you get the brand templates come up on the side, and you can pull the different pages in that you want to use that month. Now, I am going to do an episode coming up on my top tips, both free and pro, for Canva. So if you want to know more about Canva, then yeah, please let me know in the comments, because that episode will be coming soon, and I'll hopefully add in some of your Canva questions that you might want to know about how to use Canva. So now let's move on to my third and final favorite tool, and that is MailerLite. Now, what is MailerLite? If you're not sure, MailerLite is an email marketing platform that helps you grow and engage with your audience through automated emails, newsletters, and landing pages. And the reason why MailerLite honestly has been a transformation for my business in terms of sales, because people opt in to hear from you when you do email marketing. As part of GDPR, they have to be able to opt in. So they want to hear from you. Whereas on social media, one, we don't own our social media. So like if your account gets hacked, or the platform suddenly goes down for whatever reason, or maybe your account disappears altogether because, somebody says you've done a breach of their rules or something. I mean, remember MySpace, like what happened to that? You don't have a way then of contacting all your followers and continuing to make those connections that are going to lead to those sales. But with email marketing, we own our list. And as long as we get people to opt in, as I was saying, which is needed for GDPR, then we can contact them whenever we want. And also because they have opted in, they want to hear from us. Like they want to know what's going on and how we can help them. So it is also important that if you are going to do email marketing, that you do actually email regularly, ideally weekly. But if you can't manage that, just start with like monthly or something, just so that you get used to communicating with your email subscribers, and they also get used to hearing from you. But I would say, because lots of people like stress about what am I going to put in my emails, if you are posting at least once a week on social media, then you can send an email once a week, because you use the same content. Now, you may think, oh my God, I have said this thing like 100 times now, but I can guarantee, and I've seen it happen with my own content, that that's just not the case. Like often I do post the same thing across multiple social media platforms, maybe with a slight tweak in the formatting or the type of post that it is, but the underlying message will be exactly the same. And then I'll put it on my email, and I will get comments and responses in all of the places. And that's because people have a favorite place where they like to hang out. Some people are really into their emails and will really into reading them. Some people are more into their social media platforms and they have a particular one that they like to hang out on. So by making sure your message is everywhere, then you can capture all those different people on their different platforms. And so, yeah, when people say, oh, I don't know what to put in my emails, it's like, well, if you can post something on social media, you can put it into an email, and it really doesn't matter if it's exactly the same thing. because only about 5% of your social media audience actually see your post, unless obviously you get something that goes viral. Whereas a typical open rate for your emails is about 40%. So it's a lot higher chance that people are going to read those emails than they are to see your social media post. And what email marketing helps you do as well is it helps you communicate to lots of people all at the same time rather than, one-to-one in the DMs. Now, obviously, one-to-one in the DMs helps you build that closer connection. But if you find yourself sending out the same message multiple times, like maybe when a client confirms a particular service, you're always sending out the same email of how they get started with you. This is something you could also use email marketing for. It doesn't just have to be a newsletter. It can just be a way of automating those emails that you're sending on a regular basis, like to client after client. So you can do it through your email marketing tool rather than your inbox. And you can often get these confirmation emails and next step emails to happen automatically. So they get triggered while someone buys something from you. There's ways of getting your email marketing to then trigger to automatically send out that email. So people can be taking those next steps with you and moving further along with working with you without you actually being present, without, so people can get to that point where they've got the next thing prepared, or they're, getting access to whatever it is that they've bought without you being present. And that's all through the power of email marketing. And although you are sending those emails en masse, sometimes you can still personalize those emails because you can add people's name in. As long as you have a field for people to enter their name when they sign up to your email list, you can then add that name into the email, so it still is personal. It can still say hi, whatever their name is, on that email, even though it's essentially the same email going out, so that you can send these personalized messages to people, but en masse, if that makes sense. So you can send it all at once, still be personalized, and this just saves you time and effort. So the thing that I really love about MailerLite is you can do all of this cool email automating, personalized emails, even set up landing pages completely for free. Their free plan is up to 1,000 subscribers at the time of recording this, which is in February 2025, because you never know when these things are going to change. But it has been 1,000 for quite a while now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will stay that way. And that means you can really build up your email list, because you'd like to think by the time you get to 1,000 and you have to start paying, you're at a point where you've got some really engaged people on your email list, your super fans even, that are really ready to buy from you. And so actually the cost then of paying for MailerLite doesn't really matter, because you're getting it back, 10 times over with the people that are buying from you for those emails. Just to prove a point about the power of email marketing and MailerLite, I launched my first course, which ironically is called Launch Your Lead Magnet Using MailerLite. And I did a masterclass in the community, which again, I put out over my emails for people to sign up for. I had people then join a waitlist group of subscribers in my email list. And when it came to launch the course, I didn't actually get a chance to put it anywhere else, because the 10 places that I had sold out in 2 days, all through my emails. I didn't have to put it on social media and talk about it anywhere else, because I had people already in my email list ready to buy. And that's really powerful, and what email marketing can do for your business. And I find as a platform, MailerLite is really user friendly. Like, I have taught lots of people how to use it now, and taken them through my course, where we literally go from getting that email account authenticated, because that is something you have to do now, which kind of goes back to Google Workspace and why those kind of tools all go so well together, is you do need to have that professional email address to start emailing, and you need to get it authenticated, which can be a bit of a little techie bit, but I am here to help you with that. And then over the 6 weeks, I take people through, creating their first form, designing their lead magnet, getting that automation going so that you can get people signing up and getting that lead magnet automatically, so you don't manually have to do anything. And then we take it further into full welcome sequences, where you could take people through a series of emails so they can get to know you, especially if they're new to your world. It's a great way of kind of giving them extra resources and ways that they can find out more about you and your business. Again, all automatically, it all happens. You set delays and the emails kind of feed out to people. And then we look at landing pages, because you can also create a free landing page in MailerLite. Now, you can't use your domain name for it. You do have to pay for that. So the landing page has like subscriber.io. You may have seen some of those already. And then /, and then you can put the name of what your thing is. But still, that's a brilliant way of kind of getting a page, a web page out there, so you can start to see what people's reactions are to it, giving people a bit more information about you than you could get across maybe on just a basic form without having to have a website yet. I do create all my landing pages on my website, and what's great is because my website is on WordPress, it again integrates with MailerLite, and I can connect all of my forms up so people can sign up to a form on my website and it automatically adds them to MailerLite. Yeah, once you have an email marketing platform, there's lots of different other tech tools. If you listen to my Thrivecart episode that I did, episode number 5, you will then also know that you can connect Thrivecart to MailerLite as well. So as someone makes a purchase, they get added to your email marketing platform. So basically, there's lots of cool things you can do with an email marketing platform when you get one set up. So I hope you've enjoyed learning about my 3 favorite tech tools, which are Google Workspace, Canva and MailerLite, ones that I use every day within my business and couldn't run my business without. If you want any support with setting up these tools, or maybe dive deeper in how to use them, then the This Mum Loves Tech membership is full of masterclasses on these 3 tools. There's ones that show you how to set up your account, how to get started with some of the basic features, and then take you on to some of the more advanced elements of those different tools. Because they are my favorites, I do like to talk about them a lot and show other people how they can use them. So if you are interested in joining the membership, details about joining are in the show notes below, and as well as access to all of those masterclasses on those tools, you also get 3 Q&A calls with me every month. So if you do get stuck, especially if it's on one of those tools that I've just mentioned, I can definitely help you get unstuck and keep moving your business forward. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have got any questions about Google Workspace, MailerLite or Canva, like I said, I am planning to do more episodes focusing around those 3 tools, give you some of my top tips, maybe even do some live demonstrations on how to implement some of my tips. So I would love to know some of the things you may be struggling with those tools that I could include in those episodes. If you want to add them into the show notes, or come over to the This Mum Loves Tech Facebook community and add them in there, and I will make sure I include them in a future episode. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you on another episode of This Mum Loves Tech.